world was new. Our bodies felt the morning dew that greets a brand new day. We couldn't tear ourselves away. I wonder if you care. I wonder if you still remember once upon a time in your wildest dream. And when the music plays, when the world is touched with sorrow, when the music plays, I hear the song I had to follow once upon a time. Once beneath the sky, the universe was our love was all we knew, and all I knew was you. I wonder if you know, I wonder if you think about it once upon a time in your wildest Hey, how you doing out there, guitar heroes? Okay, we're making an attempt at the Moody Blues, Your Wildest Dreams from 1986. A little tough to sing. I got the guitar tuned down a half a step and then cut it. The bridge is really way too high for me. I probably needed to tune it down another half, maybe a full staff. Maybe a full staff, maybe that would have made, I don't know. Not sure. Okay, well, obviously the Moody Blues, this is a big hit for them in 1986, kind of their comeback, from the all of the hits that they had in the 70s. Not horribly complex, like I said, a little tough to sing. We start out with a little intro, and I was using a 4-finger G, and then the 4-finger C, or the C9, obviously thumb on the big E string when you hit the C. And then we go to a D, and then a D7. And that's it's a little bit tricky because it's kind of fast. It happens on one line. So let's just run through the intro real quick. Hang on the C, D, D7. One more time. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the verse. Once upon a time, I go to C. Once when you were D, mine. This is the quick change on one word. Back to the G. I remember C, sky or C9, reflected in your D. D7. Eyes. Now, one thing about the D7 form, you already have this second finger's in the right spot for the F, so you don't need to move all your fingers to find the F. You can use this as your anchor. Obviously, this is a bar. These two fingers come over if you're going to do an F bar chord like I did. I wonder where you are, and then here I stick with bar chords. I go to a C, wonder where you are, because I have to go back to an F again. When I'm in bar chords, I kind of like to stick with bar chords. Then I slide back down and went right into my F again. I wonder if you see, think about me, and then back to a G. Once upon a time in your wild D, D7 dream, you see, D, D7. Okay, so there's 3 verses, they're all exactly the same. Then when we get into the bridge, this is when it's a little bit tough for the voice. It starts with, so we're coming off that D7 again. And when the music plays, and this one way goes up. When the words hit C, touched with sorrow, G, when the music plays C, I hear the sound, I see, had to follow. Once upon a time, D7. And then we're going to go back into another verse, again, exactly the same, the G, C, D, D7, and then the F, C, F. And then there's another verse that is kind of a, they're not really singing, they're doing the ah thing. Then they repeat the bridge, and then repeat, this is how the song gets long. Then you repeat the first verse again, and then we end on a G, ah, C, and then this song is one of those fade out ones because we only had 2 minutes and 30 seconds or something shorter than the song was. And you have, because you're on a D here, we need to resolve on G because that's what we started with. Okay, we'll bring it back to the beginning. Okay, so let's check out the strumming pattern. Let's see if there's much of a one here. Once upon in your eyes, I wonder where you are. I wonder if you think about me. Once upon a time in your wildest dream. So we just got a medium pace up and down. There's no fancy strumming in here at all. So that's pretty much it. We got fairly simple chords. We're probably in the C, in the key of C, because we got that F in there, right? If it was in the key of G, you're not going to have an F in there. So that part's fairly straightforward. Singing's a little bit tough, but I think that pretty much does it. Moody Blues, Your Wildest Dreams, 1986, of course, a big hit for them. Hope you got something out of this lesson. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time out there.